Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't owe you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Lies telling you, don't waste it on me. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. We sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack.
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. We've got a treat for you tonight. We're filling in a little bit for the Powerhouse Racing League, and we're going truck racing at Iowa Speedway. Alongside me tonight, making his debut on the Throttle Up Racing Network, we got Justin White. How you doing tonight, Justin?
Good. How are you, Dakota?
Oh, doing good. You ready for some truck racing?
Oh, the trucks are a blast to watch. This is gonna be fun.
Now, you drive the trucks a little more than I do. What's the biggest difference between the trucks and the cup cars? Because the cup cars seems to be mainly what we cover here on the Throttle Up Racing Network.
Well, the trucks are they're a little bit heavier than the cup cars, so they're more aero dependent, more momentum dependent. They have high downforce, low horsepower. So they're definitely a handful when they're loose, and they are a handful when they're tight. So it's going to be, especially here at Iowa, that I'm thinking that second to third group is going to come into play pretty quick around here, especially when that rubber gets laid down. These trucks are very momentum based, so Highline is going to be preferred.
Well, tonight here at Iowa, we're going to be doing 120 laps. There's going to be 2 stages in there as well, 30 laps each, so lap 30 and lap 60 for the stages. And then we'll run 120 laps. Currently quickest in practice at number 17, Jonathan Adkins. Second spot, a familiar name here on the Throttle Up Racing Network. We covered her last night in the Rebel Racing League. Kayla McCarthy up there second quickest right now. Charles Evans in the 53, currently third quickest. Lucas Gortman out there in the 51, kind of looks like a Kyle Busch truck. 51 Toyota, currently fourth quickest. Looks like our top 8 separated by less than a tenth. So, Justin, you said you knew a couple of these guys. Do you have anybody you think maybe a favorite to come up here and win this race?
Well, kind of driving the trucks, you got to be consistent. You got to be on top of that wheel from start to finish. You can't kind of put it in cruise control, because as soon as you do, you'll end up spinning it out pretty quick. So right now, I mean, one of the top 5 guys, I mean, for practice, looks like a couple of them have run more than 5 or 6 laps. So they're kind of getting a feel for how the truck's going to be on the short to midterm run up. It's going to be the guys that are running 10, 15, 20 laps, seeing how their tires are going to wear out here at this abrasive Iowa Speedway. So I'm looking at the scoring pylon to see who's run the number of laps. I'm trying to do the averages right here. That's why I was quiet there for a minute, trying to see if I had a favorite right offhand. But as of the moment, I really don't. Christopher Pendle, if he keeps it underneath him, he'll definitely be one to watch for tonight.
Yeah, Christopher Pendle, he's been fast on Wednesday nights in the cup cars, so I'm sure he'll be able to wheel a truck just the same. We're about out of time here in practice. I believe it's a 5-minute qualifying session, so should be pretty action-packed.
It definitely will be. Up. Yeah, we're switching over to qualifying now. So qualifying in these trucks at Iowa is going to be key. Who can get out front quickly and stay out front is probably going to be the guy to watch, or the person to watch tonight.
First on track, Lucas Gortman out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hey, if you need somebody on your team, Justin, Lucas here will drive for tacos.
Hey, I love tacos, so me and him can eat tacos together, because tacos are life, man. They are life.
I do love me some tacos. Lucas out there on his first time lap. Also, Jonathan Wiley out making his first time around. See the time that Lucas sets. 24:08. They're kind of tied already with Travis Beertzer.
Yeah, that 99 truck. 100. No, not 100. 100. Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah,
1,000.
yeah, that's tight. But Lucas just looks like he just jumped right back over the top of him with that second lap. A tenth, almost 2/10 quicker than Travis now.
Hey, there's a good looking ride. I always like those Earnhardt looking schemes, but I guess if it's Truck Series, it's technically a Mike Skinner scheme.
That would be correct.
Currently third quickest. Now fourth. Eddie Farnes moves up. Now Lance, he moves up into second. Got a McDonald's truck. Coming around to qualify sixth right now.
That is a nice looking truck. I'll give it to you. That's a good looking truck right there.
It really is. Thomas Geyer.
The GMAC Financial Services number 8. That's a long. That's an old school sponsor. What you see Thomas did right there. That's the key to watch tonight. Are they going to be able to keep it under control coming off turn 4?
Yeah, it requires a lot of throttle control coming out of these corners. See, the 34 gets a little bit loose, but he took the line and then spun on purpose, looks like, but he'll qualify 14th. Donnie Batiste currently running 18th quickest on his second lap. We'll see if he can improve any on his second lap.
I like that color scheme, orange and white. That's a pretty color scheme right there.
Yeah, that one's different. Got the gray numbers, looks good. Got a small number on the top, so it's different.
Definitely different. One of the old school clean all white look.
David Crum comes around 14th. Jonathan Atkins, he was fastest in practice, but currently 9th on the qualifying board. Not sure we're going to have anybody else go out. Still got Joey Doucette sitting in the pits.
Guys are thinking about it. I wonder if they're kind of waiting for the track to cool off. I'm trying to look at the official race time information here, and I'm trying to see what the track temp is, because that's going to play a key depending on what time they started this. The time of day they started this race. That track temperature will go down or go up.
It looks like currently the track temperature is sitting at 79 degrees. In Iowa, it's just under a mile, 0.89 of a mile. 77 degrees outside, 79 degrees the track temp, so that will most likely cool off as we go along.
It looks like they're going to start the green flag here after 10:30 at night, so it is definitely going to cool off.
I believe Charles come out a little bit late. They're going to go to racing here in just a second.
iRacing, you do not get the benefit of trying to come back around for the green to take that checkered flag. It just basically cuts you off and throws you back in the pits. Looks like Lucas Gortman is going to gang the pole with a 23.837.
Yeah, he come out there and really got a fast time. So on your pole, Lucas Gortman, getting everybody gridding in here. Second place, Kayla McCarthy. Starting third is Lance Brantlinger. Fourth spot, Eddie Farnes. Fifth is Travis Beertzer. 6th spot, Scott Mayhew Jr. Rolling off 7th, Nick Cummings. In 8th spot, Sean McCara. Starting 9th is Jonathan Atkins. In 10th, Michael Hermes. You want to take it from here, Justin?
Yes, sir. In 11th, we have the 8 of Thomas Geyer. In 12th, it looks like the 909 of Jonathan Wiley.
A cool number on the side of that one.
It's definitely a cool number. And 13th, we'll have the number 16 of Christopher Pendle. In 14th, we'll have the 15 of David Crum. Kind of got my numbers mixed up there. In 15th, the 34 of Bill Miller. In 16th, the number 12 of Dustin Rouse, or Rouse, whichever way, if I mispronounce it. 17th, the 18 truck of James Morrison. In 18th, the 67 of Donnie Batiste. And then after that, I think these guys are just going to kind of line up. The 53 of Charles Evans is going to, looks like he's going to start 20th. 21st is going to be Joey Doucette. 22nd is Dean Clabbett, I believe is how you say that name. And 23rd is the number 1 of Robert Babcock. Starting 24th is the 44 of Darren Owens. 25th, the 37 of Mark Ackerman. And starting in 26th, the 90 of William Hoos Jr. Our racing does not give you a lot of time to guess pace around here. They basically put you down and ready to go green quickly.
Looks like they're going to let us have an extra lap.
Excellent.
So as we get going, you know, Kayla McCarthy, she's a name that I know, and she's very fast on Wednesday nights, so I expect to see no different from Kayla tonight. She's someone I expect to see up there battling for the win. That's number 17. He's back here in 9th, but he was fastest in practice. Chris Pendle starting 13th. He's in the Rebel Racing League on Wednesdays, along with Dustin Rouse. Joey Doucette, he runs with us on Sunday nights.
He does. I think he was leading the points there for a little while.
Yeah, he's up there running up front in the points, but doesn't have any bonus points.
Sometimes they'll come back to bite you.
Yeah, so as we get going here, it looks like Lucas Gortman going to bring us down to the green flag.
Kayla got a great start there on the outside. Let's see if she can use that momentum to drive by the 51. But looks like the 51 is going to pull a 1 car length gap on her going into 3 and 4. She's going to close up.
The 3 was pinned down there on the bottom. He'll drop back to 4th now. The 121 drives around. You were right about the outside line really having the more benefit.
Yeah, Kayla's going to try to drop down under the 51 right there. She's trying to go for the lead quickly.
Side by side off turn number 4. Got one sideways. That's the 3 of Lance Brotlinger. Down across the grass. Not going to cause a caution yet. Gets down into the apron. He's able to save it.
Yeah, that looks like a pit road, but that is the old pit road for Iowa.
Now we've got a caution.
That looks like it's involving either the 1, the 37, or the 15.
Go back and take a look. The 1 may have come in late to it. That looks like, what is the... Look at the 15. See what we can see from the 15's view.
looks like the 15's under that 31. Yeah, it looks like he locked up the brakes a little bit and just slid it right into him.
Yeah, the 15 with some damage on the front of the car, as well as the 37, quite a bit of damage. The one, I don't believe got any damage, just slid around there.
I'm looking, I don't think, nope, they get one fast repair here in this league, and they have 5 sets of tires on the car, so you probably won't see a lot of pitting right now at this particular moment. Unless you're just damaged enough to where you got to come down and use that fast repair. Any RPM drops in this truck or any damage to that engine, you might as well just go ahead and put it on the hauler and go to the house, because you're going to be limping around.
Yeah, and they also run 50% fuel in this league, so may have to have some shorter runs. We're currently looking for lap 30 for the stage in, so they should be able to certainly make it 30 laps, even on 50% fuel.
Yeah, that's probably the first time I would even think about taking tires at all. Because you always want to have that one extra set in your back pocket. It's kind of like putting an extra $100 in your billfold, kind of hanging on to it, pretend like it's not there for a rainy day. It's kind of what you want to do with at least one set of these tires. Especially at a short track where, somebody may put the bumper to somebody at the very end, somebody may spin out, and you want to have that clean, brand new set of tires waiting on you, so that way you have a chance of maybe going for the win towards the end.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's a lot easier for me to save a set of tires than a $100 bill.
That is very true. It is very easy to spend that money.
I race in a league on Tuesday nights, and they really cut the tire sets short. We'll be running 150 laps somewhere, and it'll be 2 tire sets.
I've been in those top leagues. Yep, those are rough leagues, man. Oof. Really.
Yeah, but if you save that extra set there at the end, you get a caution with about 15 to go, you're sure to win.
But yes, you are sure to win if you can keep it up, especially on the lead lap. You'll drive right by everybody.
Yep, that's how I've gotten 2 wins so far this season in that league. But we shouldn't have too much of an issue. I believe four sets they'll be able to change into.
Yep.
5, including the one they got. So.
Yep. iRacing introduced these tire sets, here, about a year ago, give or take, I think. And it's really changed a lot of the strategy for racing nowadays for a lot of these leagues. Even like just anywhere, even in the official, you only get a couple of sets of tires. You don't get unlimited sets anymore. So.
Yeah, I think it makes it a lot more fun instead of just pitting every single caution.
Very much does. I know at Texas, where they kind of flatten that track out here in the trucks. If usually, that one league I raced, we only had like 2 or 3 sets of tires. So if you could save one set, you got to the end, you were pretty much guaranteed to win. Yeah, it looks like they pinned that caution there on the 15 of David Crum for driving a little too hard in one. iRacing is kind of it's more of a realistic simulator. So when you get on the brakes, if the brakes are cold, those brakes will not bite, and you'll end up selling it off in one more than you are the corner more than you want to. So there's a lot more to it than just getting on a console and picking up a joystick and driving. Or it's basically a perfect set every time. iRacing is a pretty close to the real thing simulator. So tires, brakes, suspension parts, engine, all that plays a factor into your race.
Yeah, I've been a victim a few times of having those cold brakes. Sending it in just a little too hard.
Yeah, same here, especially when you're trying to get on it. We're getting ready to come back green right here with Kayla getting ready to, the pace car is off, and she is on the loud pedal.
Kayla McCarthy takes him off on the green flag. That 121 down on the bottom, trying to get around the 51 on the outside.
Oh, the 24 has been black flagged. I figured that was coming. She changed lanes before the start-finish line, so she has got to pit. She has to run it through pit road once. That is a huge hit to her race chances right now.
Yeah, that's certainly going to take her out of chances for a stage win. So a big development here early in this one, only 10 laps in, and a black flag for Kayla McCarthy. So let's see if she goes a lap down. Lucas Gortman now on the outside, battling alongside Eddie Farnes for the lead.
And Kayla may actually get lucky here. She may stay on the lead lap, but she's going to have to get on the pedal quickly. Because here come the leaders.
She was fast early, so she has the ability to stay out in front of that 51.
That's how quickly your race can change here.
Gortman, he clears the 121 of Eddie Farnes. Kayla there running third on the track, but she's now a lap down. Struggling to get back up to speed as Scott Mayhew Jr. is going to go to the bottom. That number 57. Got a race back here between Christopher Pendle, Jonathan Atkins, Michael Hermes. This battle for the 6th position. Oh, the 17 touches a little bit on the outside of that 33. He'll slip up into line. Atkins fastest in practice, but stuck back in traffic right now in 7th is Christopher Pendle now working the low line.
That's probably a good idea right now. Running the high line will heat up those right side tires and get that right rear kind of, you wear it down a little bit quicker than you want to. So if he can keep his speed up running that low line, that's where he wants to be right now. You will not burn them tires up down there.
Just can't quite get enough of a run off the corner right now as they're trying to go 3 wide. They will. The 33 gets a little bit loose in the middle. Jonathan Atkins going to try and drive by 2 or 3 here on the outside. The 71 making a move. Oh, 17 and the 9. The 99. They touch and get loose. 17 and the 99 fall back. Now the 34 and the 99. Quite a bit of contact. 99 slowly slipping backwards.
Definitely short track racing. They're already banging and bumping already. I'm watching that number 16 of Christopher Pendle. He was running that low line, but I think he's kind of finding that middle line to be fast. He looks like he's being consistent, just slowly picking them off one by one as he makes his march to the front. He started 13th and he's already up to 6th. So he's definitely coming to the front.
Yeah, that actually a battle for moves into the 4th place with that pass. Up 9 spots, so Chris Pendle on the move as he's already looking there at the 33. Him and the 33 was actually moving up through there together. Michael Hermes. These two both very quick, but there's a big gap between them and the 2nd place. Eddie Farnes.
It looks like it's almost 3 seconds right now. Oh.
But as you look, Lucas Gortman in the lead, but in front of him is Kayla McCarthy. She's driven back around and gotten back on the lead lap the hard way. If we get it may be the stage break. We will get a caution, but
oh, she's out there going, water bottle, there's debris, it's raining, something. She's looking for anything right now, anything to get that caution, anything.
Yeah, the way those guys were racing back there a few minutes ago, I'm surprised. But she looks very fast. I mean, she's on the same tires as these guys are, but she's running away from the leader. And it was back in third on track at one point, past both these top guys. So pretty impressive for the 24.
She is 2 to 3 tenths quicker each lap.
Wow. That's 17. He's fast back here in 7th, but just can't quite find his way through the traffic. Must not be able to really run the bottom line like some of these guys, like Charles Evans in the 53. He's moving by down on that bottom lane.
Yeah, that high lane that 71 truck is running, that in 1 and 2, it is extremely bumpy up there. It's kind of like running over speed bumps. So if his truck can handle up there, he's definitely got a truck to compete with towards the end. But he's got maybe he's saving his tires a little bit. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Charles Evans in the 53, he moves on by. That moves him into the top 5. He's gained 15 spots in this race, so a big time on the move for Charles Evans. Actually, almost everybody in the top 10 has gained positions. Travis Beertzer right now the only one in the top 10 that's lost. So a lot of these guys that are running top 10 didn't start there.
No, they didn't. Yeah, I'm looking back through here and watching the lap times of some of these guys. And Lucas Gordman, I mean, he's running consistent lap times pretty quick. I mean, Kayla is still 2 to 3 tenths quicker each lap, but Lucas is either a tenth to 2 tenths faster than second place. Christopher Pendle looks to be almost matching his time lap for lap, so looks like Pendle won't make any room up as we're watching the number 3 there.
Yeah, these guys in the back of the pack are really racing hard. About 10 of them under a blanket there. And the number 3, he went 3 wide through the middle to pass several of them. He's moved back up to 15th. We saw him get sideways earlier and have to save it down on the apron. But he's moved his way back up through the pack a little bit, past about 8 cars, back into the top 15 right now.
Yeah, he was 15th quick in practice, so may not have that short run speed, but he probably has that long run speed. I noticed the guys who don't have short run speed usually are the guys that have that long run speed. Starting to fan out here. Not a whole lot of battles on the track.
This is 44 of Darren Owens battling with the 71. He just went around the 71. Sean Macara.
Yeah, that 71 is dropping.
That Darren, he's gained 16 spots, so I think a lot of these guys that didn't qualify were very fast. We've got 3 guys that have lost at least 10 positions. And four guys that have gained 10 and 2 that's gained over 15. So a lot of movement in this field, front and back. As we come down, this should be the end of the stage.
Probably let the top 10 cross the line, and race control will throw the flag.
So Lucas Gortman gonna win stage number 1. Eddie Farnes in 2nd. Michael Hermes 3rd. Christopher Pendle gonna come home 4th. Charles Evans in 5th. Jonathan Atkins 6th. Travis Beertzer in 7th. Darren Owens comes home 8th. Sean Macara in 9th. And Dean Clavitt in the 56 rounds out our top 10 for stage number 1. And as these cars get bunched back up, we'll see who's going to pit.
I will be surprised if anybody stays out.
Now, Kayla McCarthy was looking forward to that caution. She stays on a lead lap. So we'll see if she can gain a few spots in the pits. Yeah, everybody down the pit lane.
Good roll of a dice if you decide to stay out. I definitely wouldn't chance it this early. Not at lap 30. I don't know what the fuel mileage looks like here, but I'm assuming they're getting 50 plus laps per tank. I'd have to do the math of how much they're actually using. It's been a while since I run the truck here at Iowa.
They come off the pit lane. Gortman going to be the first truck off. Eddie Farnes, William Buss Jr., Jonathan Atkins, Michael Hermes, the top 5 off the pit lane. And Kayla McCarthy, she comes out of the pits in 19th. So a long road to go for Kayla McCarthy, but have we seen these guys being able to move forward pretty easily? So expect Kayla McCarthy to get up there before the end of stage 2. Which will be on lap number 60.
Yeah, this stage will be a couple laps shorter than the first stage because the first stage was 30 laps, so these guys have already run 4 laps underneath this caution. So this next stage will be a little bit shorter, probably about 25, 24 laps. We go back green, doesn't look like they're getting 2 to go just yet.
And Atkins there had a good pit stop. He's in 3rd spot. Of course, you know, he was very fast in practice. Has been having an issue with traffic being able to get through, but that pit stop comes out 3rd, so not going to have to deal with a whole lot of traffic. Only 2 trucks in front of him. But as that run went along, those top 2 really spread out from 3rd. So we'll have to see if this number 17 of Jonathan Atkins can make a run at the top 2. The lights are still on the pace car. Still early in this one. I think Kayla McCarthy's got plenty of time to get up there and still win this race. She might be, the way she drove the end of that stage, she might be like Kyle Busch driving through this field.
Yeah, get out of the way because here she comes to the front quickly. Definitely get one to go right here.
And she's going to be restarting from the 17th position, so only going to have to move up 7 spots to get a stage point. So I'm sure she'll want more than that. We come around the backstretch. Lucas Gortman going to lead us off in that 51 Toyota. 121 of Eddie Farnes going to be in the outside lane. I believe the leader has control on restarts, so the 51 should get a little bit of a jump.
Yeah, but as soon as that pace car pulls off, he is back to that pedal quickly. Left that 121 kind of hanging out there wondering what happened.
Yeah, the 121 now, he slips back about 2/10. They fall into line. The top 7 now, straight line, single file. Going into the corner, the 33 goes low, the 16 goes high.
121.
Oh, the 121 got a little sideways off the corner. We've got a caution, 37 involved.
Caleb McCarthy moved up 5 spots that run around that caution right there. That's a big jump.
.37 got loose off the corner, a little overcorrected it, but locked it down, and nobody hit him.
Looks like somebody tried to. Who was that?
The number 90. Trying to avoid, look like the spinning 37. Oh, he got loose off the corner himself. William Bussey Jr.
Yeah, then he got off in the grass and then just. Luckily, he put the rear end of the truck into the wall, so he should have minimal engine damage.
Yeah, but you see the back of that truck's pretty jacked up.
It is. It'll definitely affect his handling a little bit. It's almost too early to even think about hitting pit road and using that fast repair. Unless I got engine damage, I'm hanging on to it.
Yeah, being this far back in the field, knowing that you're going to have a caution, I mean, at the longest, lap 60. Yeah, I definitely at least save it till lap 60.
Definitely.
Quite a bit of damage for the number 90. Yeah, Kayla McCarthy up to 14th now. And she's not wanting caution. She wants some green flag runs so she can make some passes.
I agree. That's what I would want right now. I'd want a lot of green flag runs right now.
Joey Doucette, he's up 10 spots, currently sitting in 11th. In the number 11. So he's looking to move into getting some points over the next 20 laps. Number 3 of Lance Bratlinger. He's moved up now, back up to 12th after having his spin earlier.
Almost the perfect time to have a little bit of an issue. Have it early in the race so you got all race to recover.
Yeah, get those little jitters out of the way and then you're good to go the rest of the race.
Yes, sir. You definitely don't want to do it at the 5 laps to go because there's no way you'll win. You'll have any chance of winning then.
Christopher Pendle, he's moved up to 4th. He'll be restarting in the outside lane. And we saw the 121 got a little bit loose. The 33 and the 16 split him. 16 went high, 33 went low, and the 121 went backwards in them between them. And Eddie Farnes, he was running second, been running second all race long, so he was going to be restarting 5th. We'll have to see how he fares on this next restart as the caution light's still on the pace car. Dustin Rouse, we cover him on Wednesday nights in the Rebel Racing League. He won a race at the iRacing Super Speedway. So currently running 19th here on a much shorter track than the iRacing Super Speedway. Let's see if Dustin can make a move towards the front.
But they'll line it up 2 by 2. Time to go back to ring.
We're going to get back to racing. Lucas Gortman still going to be the control truck. I wonder if he wins, if they'll pay him out in tacos.
That's how I would want to be paid. I'm just going to be honest with you. Tacos and beer. You have my heart with tacos and beer. That 51 is definitely not leaving any room between him and that pace car.
Keeping right on it. As soon as that pace car dips in, this time he waits a little bit longer, but he takes off. A 33 checked up a little bit behind him. And that's going to allow Christopher Pendle on the outside there in the battle for third. See if he can get a run.
Yeah, he stacked them up back there. He kind of played those restart games, which sometimes can work out in your favor. You just got to keep them guessing.
Pendle looks like he's moving forward, but he got a little loose off the corner. Allows the 33 to get back on the inside as they go down into turn one.
57 got loose off that corner right there. That is key, keeping that truck up underneath you at this racetrack, because you got to let it roll through 3 and 4, and sometimes you got to let it roll longer than you want it to. If you get back to that gas too quickly, you'll swap in pretty quick.
And 121 trying to move his way back forward. Now in fourth, trying to run down these two in front of him. As Gortman trying to pull away. Got a little bit of a gap, about 5 truck lengths. Now back to second. Now Christopher Pendle looking low on the 17. Can't quite get it in there. He slides up behind the 17 off of turn 2. Kayla McCarthy, she's now moved into 11th. She's running down this number 3 of Lance Bratlinger, trying to make a move through the field. Got 12 laps left in the stage.
Yeah, I was just back there watching her back there in 14th, 15th, and she's making a quick run to the front. Of course, I'm watching her lap times, and she's faster than the leader right now. She is 1 to 2 tenths faster than the leader. So that 51 truck does not want to see any form or fashion of that 24 truck, because if he sees it, that blob will, that little bump in the rear view mirror grows bigger and bigger as time goes. He's going to have to be a little bit more nervous about holding this lead, because he knows that 24 truck is fast.
Yeah, this traffic kind of holding her up a little bit. She does get around the 3. That puts her into a position to get points. He's continuing to move forward. Got a battle now for 4th spot. Chris Evans in the 53 and the 16. Chris Pendle, as Eddie Farnes has moved around and got into the 3rd spot. But that 53 looking very fast down on the bottom line. He's going to move around Pendle and now working on Eddie Farnes for 3rd. He gets a little loose off the corner. Able to hold it in front of the 16. These top 2 are gone.
Yeah, those 2 are pulling away. Christopher Pendle was there, but he's now falling back to the field. Makes you wonder if he's got caught up out of rhythm or what. But he was coming to the front, but I guess maybe these faster cars are starting to kind of, the cream rises to the top. So this 17 truck up here is in the tracks of this 51. I mean, he is
Jonathan Atkins. He was fast in practice. Now that he's gotten through that traffic, we'll have to see if he's going to be able to get around Lucas Gortman. Trying that bottom line. He gets right to the bumper now within 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, he is definitely working him over. Trying to find any sort of weakness in that 51's track, his positions around the track, where he puts the truck, trying to find if there's he's slower in any portions, because they are matching their times tick for tack right now.
That 51 kind of holding a consistent line right there in both corners in the middle. The 17 You see through 3 and 4 running the high line, and then 1 and 2 running the low line. Trying to just find something that works to get himself a little bit faster than the 51.
Yeah, the 51 is running on what's called the preferred line. That's you can't drive around them on the outside because it's too bumpy in 1 and 2, or not enough rubber is laid down in 3 and 4, or one and driving down, keeping it on the bottom. You just can't keep your momentum up, and he just drives right on or back around you if you're on the low line. So 51 is playing a smart lead game at the moment.
The battle for third, Charles Evans. Now he's moved to the outside. He gets around Eddie Farnes. The 33 trying to get around the 16 as well. These four in a tight battle. McCarthy's moved up to 8th.
I have a feeling if she gets around that 56 truck, she'll have a little bit more clean track, and she'll start tracking these guys down a little bit quicker. Like if she gets clean track in front of her, she'll have better speed overall. She gets marred back in traffic. It's hard to make up any time.
Got our last lap times up. Kayla McCarthy, second quickest in the top 10. We'll have to see this time around. We are on the white flag for the stage. Lewis Gortman going to be able to hold off Jonathan Atkins.
Yeah, it looks like he will be able to, and he'll win that stage.
And there's the caution for the end of the stage. Lucas Gortman going to be stage number 2 winner. And Jonathan Atkins runs up to get second. Charles Evans in the 3rd spot. He's gained 17 spots. Currently our biggest mover. Eddie Farnes running in 4th. Christopher Pendle in 5th spot. 6th is Michael Hermes. 7th, Kayla McCarthy. Dean Clavitt runs in the 8th spot. Lance Brotlinger comes home 9th. And Joey Doucette brings home a 10th place in the 2nd stage. We'll have to watch for these pit stops. I'm sure everybody going to come down once again.
Definitely will not stay out here. If I was any of the leaders, I would not stay out at all. I'd be on pit road in a quick hurry.
Everybody coming down the pit lane. McCarthy, she has a good pit stall, so we'll see if she's able to gain any spots in the pits.
I would think she'd be able to grab a couple of spots being in that number one, well, close to number 1 pit stall.
Nope, up, went too far.
I drove right through it.
Had to back up a little. Mike Koster a spot or two. We'll see. The 51, he's down and away. 17, 121, 53, 16, 33, 56, 3, and then 24.
You're going to lose 3 positions, it looks like. Ooh.
That's tough for Kayla McCarthy. Gonna have to work a little extra hard now on the racetrack. She's gonna restart 9th. Lucas Gortman been running the, like you said, the preferred line. Nobody really been able to really give him a good challenge. We know actually the only truck that's passed him in this race is Kayla McCarthy when she was a lap down and drove around to get back onto the lead lap. So we'll have to see if the 17 or the 121 may have something for him. The 53s looks quite fast of Charles Evans. Of course, we may just have to wait for Kayla McCarthy to drive through to have someone to battle with Gortman for the win.
It's a very good possibility because I'm looking at the fastest lap times at the moment, and it looks like Lucas has the fastest. Yeah, well, yeah, he is the fastest truck of the race so far on lap time. So he definitely knows how to get around this track. Let's see if he, like I said, can maintain that lead. Is going to be the key. Sometimes you want to be the leader, like at Iowa or Bristol or somewhere else, because that just allows you to pick your lane and fight for it. But you know, places like Talladega, Daytona, iRacing Super Speedway, you definitely do not want to be that lead car because it sometimes spells disaster.
Yeah, and on those best times, only got 3 drivers that have broke into the 23-second bracket, every one in the low 24s. And those 3 that do have the 23 seconds is Gortman in first, Farnes in third, and Pendle back there in fifth. All 3 very quick. We've seen Pendle kind of fade a little bit on the longer runs, and as well as Farnes, but Gortman fast on the short run, fast on the long run. It's going to be tough to get up here and pass Lucas.
Yeah, he's definitely got preferred. I mean, he just knows how to take that line, that race line away from you. So it'll be a little bit of a struggle to get around him. I have a feeling the bumper, chrome bumper, is going to come into play, as I like to call it.
On short tracks, it almost always does.
Yes, sir.
So we'll have to see who's able to get up there close enough to use it.
The key is getting close enough to use it.
'51 taking off early this time. The 121 had a good restart. The 17 of Atkins on the outside. He's going to be able to hold second spot. Pendle already down on the bottom, really working forward.
17's going to get a big run here on the outside with his fresh tires. He may try to jump out to the lead quickly over Gortman. He's going to try to keep it up there. And with the fresh tires, he might be able to clear him. Ooh, looks like the 16
Pendle around.
Lost it.
3 around.
Synchronized spinning. I think they're trying to qualify for the Summer Olympics next year.
Several trucks involved in that one. Actually got 2 that are smoking. The 37 and the 15 both hard into the inside wall. Let's take a look. Oh, he had nowhere to go. As the 16 was spinning, the 1 and the 15 looks like he got sideways off the corner. Yeah, he gets loose coming off the corner. Gets tagged by, looks like the 99. Hits the 12 on the inside lane and goes towards the outside. Just barely touches the 18, and the 1 had nowhere to go. They go spinning across the track.
Right back out in front of traffic. Whew.
Now the 90 and the 37 both tagged those trucks. It looks like the 90 got through with not too much damage, but the 37, a hard hit. Several trucks down the pit lane. Joey Doucette, the first of the front runners. He was up there in the about 10th spot. He pits. Now he's looks like maybe just taking fuel.
Now they got 50 laps to go right here. Of course, it'd be, I don't think they've got the 2 to go yet, so it'll be 48, 40 coming to 47 to go when they get the green flag.
James Morris in the 18 in as well, along with Darren Owens in the 44. Like the 15 may have went ahead and took his faster pair. He was smoking on the way in. Robert Babcock in the 1. Looks like he's still got some damage on his truck, so no faster pair for the 1. Chris Pendle, he goes on around in the pit lane this time around. And Doucette back in. Looks like these guys just trying to get a little extra fuel.
I'm thinking, I'm having a feeling they are thinking it's going to go green for a long period. So if they take fuel now, makes you wonder if they maybe will have enough to go to the end. Last night we had a good fuel mileage battle at Atlanta Motor Speedway over the other league that I help admin and broadcast in, and it was a nail biter to the end. That was for sure. I'm hoping we see something similar here, because that definitely makes the broadcast interesting and makes the racing interesting.
Yeah, we had a race a few weeks ago on Wednesday night that was a fuel mileage race, and I think 2 cars ended up actually making it across the line with the car running. Several cars decided to go ahead and pit with about 3 or 4 laps to go, and then there was about 6 cars that coasted across the line. Jonathan Atkins this time going to be the control car. Light's still on the pace car, so we got another lap to go around. You see some of those drivers going back in the pit lane, continually filling up with fuel.
Not a bad idea. I'm thinking they're going to stretch it on fuel if it stays green. See if that pace car turns the lights off this time around.
Yeah, that iRacing pace car, one thing that was added in this last update, and I think that's a good looking ride right there.
Definitely unique. It looks like a mix between a Mercedes, Mercedes, a Toyota, a BMW. Looks like a mixture of all type of cars.
Yeah, a little bit of Tesla in there as well.
Yes, sir. Well, we all know the iRacing car runs on unlimited fuel, so
sometimes it's a good thing it does.
yes. Now you can see the difference here in this restart. If you look at the 17, see how much further back he pulls back from that pace car. He is the control car for the entire field, so as long as he's holding pace speed, it is his discretion of how close to be to the pace car or how far away. So he's definitely controlling this field.
Yeah, he waited a little bit that time. The 121 went right with him. So the 51 may slip back to third here. The 121 now to the bottom. Looks like he's going to get around the 51. So Lucas Gortman, who wins our first 2 stages, got some work to do to get back to the lead. Farnes getting close there to the 17 of Atkins.
51's going to commit to the high side. That's where he wants to be right now. But you don't want to use your tires up too quickly trying to get back around these guys.
These guys 3 abreast through 1 and 2. 51 right behind these 2. Atkins still out in the lead. Now 53 of Charles Evans, he's able to make up a lot of time on the bottom lane. We've got to caution the 909 around.
Looks like the 909 has done exactly what a lot of these drivers have done tonight. Yeah, he just lost it off of 4. Just like what the rest of these guys do. Yep. Looks like he tried to, it looks like it started to snap out. He overcorrected and he just spun it on around.
Yeah, and he goes sliding right around. Doesn't look like any other trucks involved. He goes down through the grass. One good thing about iRacing that's a little not realistic, and I'm thankful for, is that when these cars and trucks go slide through the grass, they don't get completely destroyed.
Yeah, they don't pull a Josh Berry in Atlanta and tear up a good portion of the infield. So that was a big hit that he took, man.
Yeah, I was listening to Junior's podcast this week, and he said that not only did he destroy the splitter and the whole front of the car, he destroyed the front clip, and actually when it went up in the air, the back of the car hit so hard that it broke the rear clip.
Yep, it dug that track bar into the ground, and it tore the back clip off. Junior pretty much said that car was junk.
Yeah, all by hitting the grass. Didn't hit the wall, just hit the grass.
You know, Junior's a big proponent. He hates that splitter. He pretty much said, I'm not going to say anything else more about the splitter. I think everybody knows how I feel about it.
That and those big old spoilers.
Oh my gosh, them things are huge. I was explaining to the viewers last night about the cup car spooler, where about the last 2.5 inches, 3 inches at the top of that spooler is just clear leg sand, because if it was a solid color, the drivers wouldn't be able to see out their rear view, would not be able to see out of their rear view mirror. So definitely a huge spooler, you know, high downforce, low horsepower packages. They usually don't change the truck setup. It's mostly a pretty solid setup. They're already low horsepower and high downforce just naturally. I didn't think the truck would be heavier than the cup car, but it's like 300 to 400 pounds heavier than the cup car. So that's extremely interesting.
Yeah, the Southern Excitement Racing League, which we cover on Sunday nights, they're about to start a truck series, so I'll be racing in that one. Mr. Justin White going to be broadcasting for us.
Yes, sir. I look forward to it. I like to race, but sometimes it's nice to sit up in the booth and call a race and then actually enjoy race. Sometimes you get in certain leagues and it's just you can never catch a break, and that's just how it rolls. So sometimes it's nice to get into the broadcast booth and hopefully give a little bit of insight of what some of these drivers are experiencing.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be talking to you every night in the top 3.
That would be really preferred. Trust me, it's nothing better than waiting around to talk to the broadcaster about your top 3 finish.
Oh, yeah. And this might be, you know, some people would call it a video game, others call it a simulator, but, you know, the feeling of winning in iRacing, it's a real feeling, and it's quite exciting.
There is no greater feeling, especially after weeks and weeks of racing. You know, winning an official race in iRacing is a good feeling. No matter what, but it's people you really don't race with every week. So when you win an official, it's not the same as winning in one of these leagues where you race against these guys week after week after week. I did it a couple of weeks ago at the iRacing Super Speedway, and that it definitely, small wins like that get you addicted to this game, where you just want to run. You were wondering when is next week coming around. I'm ready to go again.
Yeah, and it's not like a console. You know, these guys, when you get on like a console and you play like NASCAR Heat or something, you get on there, you click Iowa, you click trucks, you go race. And iRacing, you've got to practice. These guys and girls, I'm sure, have run 100 or more laps of practice this week on Iowa in this truck.
Yes. It is definitely not something you can just jump behind the wheel instantly be good at. It takes seat time, as they call it, seat time.
Pace car, he's about to pull off. There he goes. 17 of Jonathan Atkins going to lead us off again. He holds the field up this time. You see him all bunch up and have to check up. This is 17 with a little bit of gamesmanship that time. Kayla McCarthy moving on up to 6th.
Yeah,
121 now trying to work the 17 over.
She's playing it nice and clean right now. She's just trying to bide her time and work herself back up to the front, and she's done it. And we're closing down the tail end of this race, and she may have shot herself in the foot early, but she's definitely bandaged it back up and going to challenge for at least the top 5 here. .121 truck is wanting the lead. He is all over the leader, as we have one already losing it off 4. Looks like the 33 lost it off 4. You know, just another truck losing it off 4.
Yeah, he was up here running in the top 5. He'll drop back to 14th. Lucas Gortman, he's trying to get back up to the lead, but the battle right now is between Jonathan Atkins and Eddie Farnes. As they're side by side, the 53 of Charles Evans now trying to look low on the 51.
Oh, 4 trucks are within 3/10 of each other. Definitely going to try to make it interesting. At 53, trying to drive it up under the 51 and got loose. He's trying everything he can to hopefully pull a slide job and slide up in front of that 51 truck, or at least pin him up there outside. And looks like he's doing it there right now at the moment as they take it off down in 3 and 4. If I'm that 17 truck, I am loving every bit of this hard side-by-side racing behind me.
Yeah, absolutely. Three trucks battling for seconds. We've got a caution now on the speedway. That's the 33. We saw him earlier, got sideways. They were back here battling. Several trucks back here.
Testy over the iRacing radio. Wow.
Oh, the 16 of Pendle and Doucette come together and sends the 33 into the outside wall.
And
33. He takes a big hit there.
Wow, they are testy over the iRacing radio right now.
Tempers flaring here at Iowa.
As Denny Hamlin says, it's just short track racing. Well, right now is the time to hit pit road. We're coming down to the 30 to go. This is they already know that they can make it on fuel, so yeah, it looks like
16 just touched the 11. The 33, he goes hard into the outside wall there. Big crash.
Yeah, 33 had his temper was flaring there a little bit.
So everybody down pit lane. And the 11 and the 16 were two that involved in that wreck. They were playing the fuel game. But with that being involved, they're going to have to come in. Looks like McCarthy going to come off 6th. Out first is Jonathan Atkins. Second, Lucas Gortman. Eddie Farnes in 3rd. Charles Evans comes off 4th. Travis Beertzer moves all the way up to 5th after that pit stop. Kayla McCarthy in 6th. With the field bunched up here, we'll have to see if Kayla can make a move. Got 30 laps to go. That's about the length. That is the length of our stages. So we know that these trucks can make it to the end from here.
Field strategy's tossed out the window, and it's time to figure it out. Now we got people apologizing. To explain to the guys some of the viewers last night, there's two creatures on this earth that never forget. That is your significant other. They never forget some of the things you do, and that is as race car drivers. It may be 6, 8, 10, 20 weeks down the road in the middle end of the season, and you get spun out and you can't figure out why, and the guy's like, well, you wrecked me on lap 30 of the third race of the season. That's one thing race car drivers do not forget.
I've got grudges that I've been holding for the last 6 months.
Yep. See, Dakota even admits to it. We all that, right? Race car drivers do not forget when you have wronged them. So I kind of file it away in the memory bank and use it, bring it out when needed.
Certainly justification for a little bump and run, or maybe just a dump and run later in the season.
Dump and run. I have done my fair share of shoving people off in the corner, especially when they drive you wrongly. Just shove them off in the corner, kind of give them that little love tap on the rear bumper, push them off in the corner, push them high, drive up underneath them. I've done my fair share.
And there on that pit stop, Lucas Gortman, he comes out second, so now he's going to be right beside Jonathan Atkins. Going to have to try and get a better restart on the outside, as last time he was up here on the outside, and 121 got a better restart and drove right by him. By the time they was in turn 1, he was sitting third, so he's going to have to really be paying attention to the 17, but Atkins has been, he hasn't been consistent on the restarts. One time he goes late, one time he goes early, and if you're in the lead, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to keep everybody behind you guessing and not knowing exactly when you're going to go. He's been doing a great job, so the 51 going to have to just kind of guess right, I guess.
Yep, he's just going to have to try to get a feeling of when he's going to go and just push the pedal and hope. But you kind of have to let that leader go across the start-finish line before you do, because if not, you'll get black flagged.
They're going to go green here. The 17, he went, but the 51 got a good restart. He's going to be able to stay out in front of the 121.
Going to be on that high side and going to have that little extra momentum run. 121 got a little loose. He may have scraped the apron a little bit. Going to clearly let the 51 clear. Let's see if the 51 can track down that 17.
Oh, there. Sideways the 121. Oh, nobody hits him.
You're going to keep it straight. He keeps it straight. We're going to stay clean and green.
No caution. Man, what a bad situation there for the 121. He drops all the way back to 22nd. He's been in the top 3 all race long, so a tough break for the 121 of Eddie Farnes. That's going to pretty much ruin his chances at victory unless we can get some big move. He's going to need a caution, that's for sure.
Interesting play here by the 17. He run the low line there, 1 and 2, leaving that high line for the 51. That was an interesting roll because that 51 gained a little bit of time on him. That 53 is all over that 51's bumper right there. And that one, there's that one car that we have been talking about since she took the black flag on that after that first caution. Is the 24 back there in 4th, lurking, waiting.
She's trying to put her name in this hat, as these two in front of her battling pretty hard between the 51 and the 53. Charles Evans been real good on the bottom line. The 51 trying to take away that line. But Jonathan Atkins not really able to pull away. Want to see if these three are driving pretty hard. Maybe if Kayla McCarthy can save her tires a little bit over this run. and slowly catch these guys. Maybe they'll burn their tires up and she can drive right on by.
She just run the fast. She was the fastest of the top 4 right there. That 51 is pulling up to that 17's bumper quickly, but 17's able to maintain the gap. Let's see who run the quickest lap. Looks like 5th place run the quickest lap. No, sorry, 3rd place run the quickest lap right there. Sometimes my apps take a minute to catch up to me.
Yeah, the top 3 all seem pretty even. McCarthy just running smooth laps right now back there in 4th. Got 21 laps to go here at Iowa in the Powerhouse Racing League. Jonathan Atkins out front. Lewis Gortman in the 51 is 2nd. Charles Evans in 3rd. Caleb McCarthy there in the far right of your screen in 4th in the number 24 truck. We're going side-by-side racing now for 2nd spot. The 53 of Charles Evans trying to make a move on the 51 as they go down into turn number 1. These guys battling side-by-side, but that 17 still not able to pull away.
Now that 17 is wanting these two to go side-by-side so he can actually pull away, but he might just be maintaining the gap, trying to save his tires a little bit. Just trying to maintain that, you know, half a second gap.
I think the 53 may have something for the 17 if he can find his way around the 51. Having a tough time.
I do agree that 51 is holding that preferred line right now, so it's hard for him to slide up and get that little extra speed and momentum off the corner. He is sinking it down off in 1 and 2, 3. I mean 1 and 3. He is sinking it off down in there hard. But that momentum on that high side that 51 just pulls right back out. They literally go nose to nose there in the corner, and come out of the corner nose to nose, and the 51 just has that little extra speed on the top side, just kind of pulls back out.
I think McCarthy kind of wanting these two to go ahead and settle it so she can try and work on one or the other.
I agree with that. She just maintaining that position, just watching. But that 17 truck, as these two battle, he continues to increase his lead. As we're down to 14 to go right now.
'53, he's working on the 51, able to get his nose out a little bit further. Oh, but he can't. He was tight off the corner, had to let out. Now he's going to have to be battling the 24 to hold on to the 3rd spot.
He is definitely committed to that low line. He just needs that little extra run up off the corner that the 51 is not giving him. Oh, he got tied again right there. He did the gentleman's thing and let out of the gas. It didn't just run it off into the 51. So he'll fall back to 4th.
That's going to open the door for Kayla McCarthy. Now she's running 3rd, trying to close in on Lucas Gortman for the 2nd position. And 53 said, "I'm not out of this thing yet."
And the 17 up there in the front says, "Go ahead, boys. Go ahead, drivers. Go, just fight all you want. I'm happy." He is enjoying watching these guys getting smaller and smaller in his mirror.
Pulled out to a 2nd lead now over 2nd place. This is the battle for 2nd. The 53 continually running that bottom line. When he does have the outside lane, he's very fast. Let's see if Kayla McCarthy can do any better with the 51.
Looks like she's running into the same problem the 53 had. Gets down off in the corner. 53's going to try to pull it up underneath her, but she's having the same issue. Trying to run that low line. That 51 is just up there taking away that extra momentum.
You can see just how big of a lead that Jonathan Atkins has. A 2.5 now.
He's starting to close in on some lap cars, so he might have to migrate some of this traffic, which could close the lead back up depending on what the lap traffic does for him.
Man, it's frustrating when you know that you're a little bit faster than the guy in front, but it's just not enough to get around him. These three diving, looks like 3 wide. They'll come off the corner. They fall back into line. All 3 trucks running 3 different lines.
53 on the low, 24 in the middle, and 51 up high, which, like I said, the 51's got that preferred momentum line in these trucks.
24 had a good run there, but had to check up.
Ooh, a little bit of blocking there by the 24 almost. Trying to block that 53's run.
53 will sail it back down to the bottom. Now side by side for third, and this is what the 51 wanted. Now these drivers still losing time to the leader. 2.2 seconds now up to Jonathan Atkins in the lead.
As we are down to the final six laps at the moment. Or 7 laps, sorry. Yeah, 7. 6 to go, that's time we cross the line.
Those drivers in that last caution, the 33, he's made a nice recovery back up to 7th. And Joey Doucette up to 11th spot. Christopher Pendle, he's just moved into 12th. So those 3 drivers involved in that most recent caution making a good recovery to try and get back towards the top 10. And the 33 all the way up to 7th.
Watch that 3 car as he's starting to come into the picture now, fight for the 4th position. He's slowly working his way back into this top 4 picture. If you remember, he had that incident early where he spun off 4. Didn't make contact with anybody or anything, and he's made a nice recovery.
Yeah, all the way into the top 5 for Lance Bratlinger.
Oh, that 53 is going to clear himself and shove the 24 off into the wall. Wow, what a move. That was a power move.
Take a look at the replay. Yeah, 24 into the wall.
53 come across the radio and apologized, but he basically just kind of cleared himself. 3's going to get a huge run right here on the 53. He's going to be able to pull it back outside.
This outside lane is so bumpy. You see that number 3 truck just really bouncing up and down when he got too high on the outside lane. Kayla McCarthy, she may be driving angry right now as we're down to 2 to go. She's really reeled these guys back in.
So come back to that 17 truck. He has pulled out to a 3-second lead. He is enjoying every minute of this as we come to the white flag. 1 to go. Next flag ends it one way or another. That 3's into the wall. Looks like he was trying too hard right there behind everybody. Got into the wall.
Yeah, the 17 of Jonathan Atkins. After he found his way to the front, got around the 51, Lucas Gortman, who won both our stages. But here in stage 3 and 4, the win, Jonathan Atkins, fastest in practice, will win the race. Come home second, Lucas Gortman. Third will be Charles Evans. Kayla McCarthy going to come home in 4th. And Michael Hermes there in the 33 after having that hard hit into the outside wall. He drives all the way back up to get 5th. So a good finish for the 33. So we'll watch Jonathan Atkins burn it down. And he gets a little sideways, slings it off the corner. Let's see if we can get a word from our top three. Not seeing Charles Evans.
He is not in the Discord.
Would you like to give an interview to our second place of Taco Lover Lucas?
Absolutely. Pull him in here while we wait on Charles to come jump in the Discord.
I think you may just have to hop down there.
Yep. Yep. Looks like we don't have that privilege. We'll just hop up. Hey, Lucas, this is Justin and Dakota in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Nice, nice run there to finish second. Looks like you were, like I said, stage 1, stage 2 winner. Just couldn't get away from those guys in the back to kind of catch that 17 truck. What did you just lose grip on the with the truck, or tires going out on you?
Yeah, we definitely had speed to battle with the 17, and you know we've gotten to battling with the 53 there, and you know at that point we were in second place, and once we got clear of him, the tires were just gone and couldn't really get back up to him. But all in all, you know, a good race for this Bro Motorsports iRacing team, Toyota Tundra. I mean, first time on the truck and really want to get the win, but I'll take a second place and 2 wins.
Absolutely. So, before you go celebrate your second place, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh yeah, sure. Once again to the Bro Motorsports iRacing team for supporting this truck and everything. Yeah, they'll be on this truck a lot more in the season. My wife, my daughter, and family, everyone at PHR runs the guys for broadcasting, Susie for the adminning, everyone who helps make this thing go around.
10-4. Good job there on second place.
Yeah.
It's like Charles Evans has joined us. How are you tonight, Charles?
Oh man, I'm doing all right. How's it going?
Doing good. You looked very fast down there in the bottom line. Looks like you were able to hook it up better than most people on the bottom line. Drove around a lot of guys. So great job finishing third. How did your race look out there?
Yeah, it looked pretty good. We had the car working pretty good on the bottom. I just screwed up in qualifying, didn't get a qualifying lap in, which put us, deep in the field starting off, and a lot of caution laps. Cost us a lot of time, to work through the field. So we were able to get up and get some stage points, which helps. We still want to get that win so we can kind of lock ourselves into the championship. But, we had a heck of a race there with Atkins and Lucas and Kayla. Unfortunately, running the bottom kind of burned up our tires. And then, Kayla tried doing the same thing, getting around him, and I think her stuff burned up. And then, we battled, and it was a tough race, but it was a lot of fun, and we enjoyed it. But congratulations to Jonathan, and good race to everybody else.
Yeah, and you mentioned starting in the back, but you move up 17 spots. You're our biggest mover of the race. So good job to that. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Man, really just Powerhouse Racing for putting this thing on. I've never been in a league before, and this thing's been a blast. So look forward to it every Thursday night.
All right, thanks, Charles, and good job on top three.
Thank you, sir.
And that'll bring us to our winner, Jonathan Atkins. You were fastest in practice and kind of had a tough time in those first 2 stages, but once you got out to the lead, you really set sail. So how was your stages running back in the pack?
Yeah, I changed some wheel settings right after practice like an idiot, and never really was comfortable with the car until I got out by myself. Just had to kind of get used to it. So it was a little tough in traffic, but we made our way up today.
Yeah, when you got into that lead, you really set sail, and nobody really had anything for you there at the end. What is it is Iowa one of your favorite tracks? Is that why you're so fast here?
I really enjoy Iowa. It's a racy track. It's hard to pass. You got to really work somebody to pass them. And you know, if you get out to the lead, if you can control that middle high line, it's really hard to make a pass. The only car I seen make headway on the bottom was Charles. I was a little worried if he cleared Luke because he was going to come get me, but it didn't work out that way, and we'll take it.
All right, Jonathan, you got anybody you'd like to thank after this win?
Yeah, Little Indy RC Speedway and Sticky Tire Preps and Dirty South Motorsports and my smoking hot wife.
All right. Well, we always enjoy the thanks to our wives that let us race around in circles. So
that's right.
All right. Good job tonight, Jonathan, and I'm sure you'll be back in the winner's circle before long.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's the end of our race. Jonathan Atkins, our winner. He goes off, sets sail there at the end. McCarthy drives back after an early black flag to get fourth. Gortman wins stage 1 and 2, but only able to finish second for the final stage. From your view, Justin, how did this race look to you? What was the most exciting parts?
Well, after the first 2 stages, you know, like I said, those were already jam-packed with lots of, you know, side-by-side racing going for the stage points, you know, for the top 10. I know we had a few cautions after that, but watching that 17 truck kind of control the start, jump out there, and just literally leave the rest of them, and basically just dust on that final restart. I think they went over 33 laps, so he clearly had the long-run car of the evening, and he, you know, that's why he's in the winner's circle.
Yeah, for me, I enjoyed watching Kayla McCarthy drive back through the field. An early mistake gets her lap down, but she drives back past the leaders and gets her lap back the hard way, and then drives all the way back up to fourth. If this race was a little bit longer, she might have been fighting for a win.
Yes, sir. Sometimes the mistakes can come back to bite you in the long haul, and so they definitely fun to watch her drive back up to the field.
Yeah, so this will end it for tonight. We'll be back Sunday night with the Southern Excitement Racing League. And coming up on Sunday night, on Easter Sunday, we'll be doing a dirt race sponsored by UFA. So make sure that you tune into that. We're going to be doing some paint scheme competitions on the Southern Excitement Racing League Facebook page. So be looking to go vote for their best paint schemes. I've seen a few of them. They all look really good. So that'll be it for us tonight. Thanks, Justin, for joining me in the booth. Great job.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. That was fun.
All right. We will catch you all next time.
Hey.